Okay, so just before we get onto the response, you're in Tel Aviv. What did you see? What did you hear?
So I'm in Tel Aviv. I heard the sirens wailing. I actually got an update to my cell phone from the Israeli Defense Establishment saying that I was to, as many of us will have done, to go to our reinforced rooms in our home here close to the beach. And I promptly went there and I sat there and I continued with my work and I went about my day-to-day work, though it would be perhaps beneficial to sow panic about how we live here in Israel. Israel has invested massively in what's called passive defense. Every house just about has a reinforced room specifically to give shelter during these times. I also have a battery very, very close to me of air defense munitions about a 1 minute walk away from my home. And I heard that firing and deploying towards the interception of these ballistic missiles. So my day continued. Everyone here in my house and in my family is safe, thankfully. And now I hope that the defense establishment here will make Iran rue the day that it fired upon Israel's innocent civilians.
Okay, well, on that point, so Israel is said to be planning an imminent revenge strike. According to local reports, that's said to take place within the next few hours. What should, or do you think, that kind of revenge will look like?
So I would not necessarily term it revenge, rather I would term it a retaliatory strike. I think the first distinction between our response and Iran's assault and aggression will be that we will actually display competence. We will fire at something that is high value, we will hit it, and we will destroy it. And Iran will not be equipped to repel that threat. I think that we should see Israel now move towards targeting Iran's nuclear weapons program directly by way of a kinetic attack, assisted by other means as well, beyond that, cyber and so forth. And I think that we should see Israel push aggressively into southern Lebanon in order to defang and dismantle Hezbollah. One other thing I do want to mention, we still have 101 hostages inside the Gaza Strip. This is important with regard to Iran because Iran's nuclear weapons facility continued because it had Hezbollah on Israel's northern border. Gaza's October 7th attack on Israel happened because it hoped it would pull Hezbollah into the fray. So you've seen all of those layers torn down, Gaza and Hamas inside the Gaza Strip, Hezbollah inside southern Lebanon, so that the command and control level. Now it's time to go and finish off the third, hit those nuclear sites in Iran, and hit Iran's oil fields and really knock its economy back to the Stone Age.
Okay, so when do you expect that would happen? Would it be tonight, your time, or would it be days, weeks, carefully thought out?
Well, in any scenario, it's going to be very carefully thought out. We've seen, by way of the pager attack, for example, that's attributed to the Israel Defense Establishment by foreign sources, obviously a very carefully considered attack prior to it being launched. And of course, the assassination, targeted elimination of Hassan Nasrallah. So it's all carefully considered. But the cabinet is convening at this time, and it's thought that a response, a very impactful response, could be coming as early as tonight. But whatever the response will be, it's estimated that it will be and must be far more consequential than Israel's very limited response to Iran's attack in April.
Yeah, as your ambassador to the UN said a little earlier, it will be noticed, it will be painful. Benjamin Anthony, we're out of time, but it's always good to chat. We'll talk to you again soon.